So we have Lakeia Brown here today. I get to meet a lot of different people, over the years, people who come and participate in different ways. And Lakeia Brown is somebody that I really just connected with. She helped me out with some workshops, and she's a writer and a media executive, but what I really liked about in her bio, it said she believes in the power of storytelling. Whether she's sharing with a reader, consumer, or podcast listener, her goal is to create connection through compelling stories. So kind of on the theme of this navigating the competitive landscape, you're always kind of almost competing with yourself sometimes. So she's going to give us throughout the day 3 different tips about thinking about that. And so would you please welcome to the stage Lakeia Brown?
Hello, everyone. So good morning. My name is Lakeia Brown, and this is my TED Talk. It's not a TED Talk, but I do believe in being clear about what you want, and you can manifest from there. So this is my form of manifesting a TED Talk. So I'm with you for about 4 or 5 minutes, and manifestation will come up a few times in this conversation. And so I'm going to share a story today. It's kind of a fresh story. It recently happened, like literally on Monday, and I wasn't going to share it because it was I haven't fully unpacked it, and there are things that I need to kind of sit with, but I felt it was an important story to share because the whole point of this is you versus you, and the idea that the thoughts you have about yourself and the world literally create your own reality. So just to give you a little background about myself so that the story makes a little more sense, I've been in television for the past 15 years. My career has largely been in consumer insights, so why consumers behave the way they do, their motivations for their behavior, and then analytics, so what they're buying, how much they're watching television, those kind of things. I've worked at almost every cable network, mostly Viacom networks, so Comedy Central, Spike, TV Land, BET, CMT, Adult Swim, you name it. But I'm also a freelance writer, and I cover pop culture, and I do a lot of think pieces, and my work has been published in Complex and Essence and Oprah Magazine, and I currently contribute to the Grammys website. So I'm legit, right? So I do a lot of things, but my heart and my passion actually is more of what I'm doing here today, using words to inspire people, to help people heal, and to help people think about themselves and the world. But I don't do that a lot. It's not something that I've fully committed to doing. It's always a kind of a side project. So on Monday, right now I'm consulting with ABC Disney, and so Monday I was at the job, and I looked around, and I said to myself, you've done a really good job of manifesting the things that you want. You know, you've worked with some amazing brands, and done some really amazing work, and made these great connections. And then I thought, and I said, but I've never in these buildings, in these meetings, actually asked for what it is that I really wanted. So I'm doing research by default. I'm good at it. It's fun, but it's not a love. And I thought to myself, what kind of somewhat of little torture it is to be in a building, and I'm actually reporting on what I want to do. I'm giving recommendations about what should be done, strategies for talent, when I in fact want to be talent. And so I had to ask myself, what is that? What is holding you back from getting and doing what it is exactly you want? And the honest answer was, there's a part of me that doesn't believe that I can have what I want. So even saying that out loud it's troublesome, because I didn't think that. A lot of the things that we think about ourselves are not on the surface level, it's underneath. So for me to say that and to come to that realization, and I had prayer and meditation, and that was what I came up with. And so I'm not going to unpack that on the stage here today, but I do want you guys to know, I'm sure everyone here is here because they want to advance themselves in some sort of way, whether it's you want to secure a job or an opportunity or an informational or lunch or create a network, whatever it is, you're here because you want to get closer to the thing that you ultimately want. And while this is amazing what Dolly has created, there's so many great resources, so many great speakers, But if you aren't clear about who you are, and if you aren't in alignment with who you are, none of that will matter. And so I want to leave you with 3 tips, 3 things to consider, and 3 things that can help you to become more in alignment with who you are and your higher self. Number 1 is be clear about what it is that you want. So be able to articulate what it is you want. I want to be a writer. I want to write for HBO. I want to write mysteries, whatever it is. Be clear about what it is that you want. Number 2, actually believe that you can have what it is you want. And it sounds like so cliche, like, duh, of course I believe I can have it. But if you look at your actions and the things that you go for and the things that you don't go for, that will tell you more the true story behind if it is you believe you can actually have what you want. And then number 3, actually believe that you deserve and that you're worthy of the thing that you want. Because you can actually get the thing with 1 and 2, which is, hey, I know what it is I want to do. 2, I really actually believe that someone like me or me, that I can actually have that thing. But if you don't have the 3rd part, which is an actual belief that you deserve it and you're worthy of it, you can get it, but then ruin it because it turns into, how did I end up here? Oh my God, the imposter syndrome. Is this really for me? They're going to figure out this isn't really who I am, and you could lose it. So if you can master those 3 things and be really honest and clear about it and intentional, you can have whatever it is that you desire. And remember, it's you versus you. It always has been, and it always will be.